When I am dead, wrap the mantle of the red, the black, and the green around me. For in the new life I shall rise up with God, wisdom, nothing. Believe the millions of the heights of the fire, the peace and low. Look for me in the world when there is storm. Look for me all around you. For a God's grace, I can come back with countless millions of black men and women who have died in America, those who have died in the West Indies, and those who have died in Africa. So ain't you in the fight for liberty, freedom, and life. Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave. Any leadership that teaches you to depend upon another race is a leadership that will enslave. They give leadership to our foreparents, and that leadership made them slaves. But we have decided to find a leadership of our own to make ourselves free men. Our great scholars have advanced through the colleges and universities have thrown away the blessed records. Babylon did it.
Everybody.
Assyria did it. France under Napoleon did it. Germany under Prince von Bismarck did it. England under America under George Washington did it. Africa with 400 million black people can do it.
Yes,
if you cannot do it, if you are not prepared to do it, then you will die. You raise a coward. You raise a imbeciles. You raise a good for nothing. If you cannot do what other men have done, what other nations have done, what other races have done, then you have to die.
Can we do it? Give a little bit more time.
We can do it. We shall do it. We pray to God for vision and for leadership. And He has given us our universal vision. A vision that will not limit our possibilities to America. A vision that will not limit our possibilities to the West Indies, but a vision that said it must be a free and redeemed Africa. Christ the crucified, Christ the despised. We appeal to you for help, for succor, for leadership. When you endeavor to carry your burden of the heights of Calvary, when white men scorn you, when white men scorn you, when white men spot upon you, when white men cast your side out of which little one of us was, it was a black man in the name of Simon the Syrian who took your cross and brought it up the heights of Calvary. Know that we are bearing our burden being so heavy, we will pass the heat of help with all of them. Oh, yes, the cause is grand, the cause is good. Surely we shall not turn back. Oh, till on, almighty shepherd, till on until the flag of the red, the black, and the green is pushed up on the hilltop thereof, because the time has come for the black man to forget his hero worship of other races.
That's right.
And to create and emulate heroes of his own.
That's right.
We must canonize our own saints, create our own madness, and elevate the positions of fame and honor, black men and women who have made a distinct contribution to our racial history. The journey truth is worthy of a place of sainthood alongside the throne of God. Crystal Palace and George William Garden are entitled to a halo of martyrdom with no less glory than the martyrs of any other race. To serve the mature brilliancy of a soldier or a statesman outshine that of any other people, and he's entitled to the highest place as a hero among men. We have created millions and countless millions of black men and women in war and peace, whose luster and bravery outshine that of any other people. So why not see good and perfection in ourselves? We must inspire our literature and promulgate the doctrine of our own without any apologies to the powers that be.
That's right.
That's right, that's how it's done.
Don't let this play out.
We're entitled to our own opinion and are not obligated to abide by the opinions of others.
That's right.
If others laugh at you, return the laughter to them. If they mimic you, return the compliment with equal force. Because they have no more right to dishonor, discredit you in manhood that you have in dealing with them.
That's right.
Honor them when they honor you.
Right.
Disrespect and disregard them when they violate treat you. In arrogance is but skin deep, and assumption that has no foundation in morals or in law.
No more.
Sprung from the same family tree of purity as we have. Their history is as rude in its primitiveness as ours. Their ancestors were running wild and living in trees of branches like monkeys as ours. They made human sacrifices in the flesh of their own death and wild meat from beasts for centuries, even as they have accused us of doing.
Accused us.
Their cannibalism is more prolonged than ours. When we were embracing the the banks of the Nile. They were still drinking blood out of the skulls of the conquered dead. After our civilization had reached the new era of progress, they were still living in holes with bats, rats, and other insects and animals. After we had a study on fathom the mystery of the stars and reduced the heavenly constellations to bring you them regular captain up, there were still backwoodsmen living in ignorance.
Garvey is fire, boy. He just wanted, get up, Garvey. Praise Allah. All right, we're going to roll out with this.
Stole our arts and sciences from Africa.
Stole our stuff.
Then why should we be ashamed of ourselves?
That's right.
The modern improvement.
All right, praise Allah. Okay, little Garvey. Wake us up a little Garvey. Hope everybody doing good on this Friday. Praise Allah for our holy day. So let's raise our wings up and let's pray in. It is 7:33. Praise Allah. Please raise your wings up. Prepare to the Moorish American prayer. Allah, the Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation, by night and by day. Through its holy prophet, Drew Ali. Mean. Islamism. Praise Allah. Honor to the holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali. First, I'd like to rise and give our perfect praise to Allah. Thank you, Father God, Allah, for making me. Thank you, Father God, Allah, for having mercy, for being love, and for loving us enough to send us the divine prophet. I thank you and I worship you, Allah. I love you. I want to give honors to the holy prophet, Allah's holy and divine prophet, sent to redeem us of our sinful ways. And that is exactly what he did. I want to give extremely high honors to the prophet for coming and laying a sure foundation so that we may follow his footprints, which are clearly cut, by simply keeping him out in front and then doing the things necessary to save ourselves in these days and this time. I want to give honors to the seven angels. I want to give honors to the prophet Drew Ali for bringing us the little book so that we may get our lives back in order, even though it may be sweet to the taste and a little bit bitter in our stomach. Even though all that, we know it is the most righteous thing on the planet for us. We want to thank our holy and divine prophet and give him honors. I want to give honors to Marcus Garvey, the forerunner of the prophet. Fire, let us know exactly, laying the path so that we can see love made manifest again, see our king come back so that we can become the princes and the princesses of our dominion. I want to give honors to Emily Hill, the Supreme Grand Sheikh of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I want to give honors to all the Moors inside of my voice. I want to give honors to all the Moors across the country doing their Father's work. I want to give honors to all nationalities under their own vine and fig tree, worshiping the great God. Praise Allah for giving a chance for all humanity to make it through troubling times. I want to give honors to the members of Temple number 43, a special honor to you because of your steadfastness, and just want to give honors to you for staying true, stay on the path. I want to give a special honors to a sister, Ann Foster Bay, my sister. Want to really give her honors and tell her that I got much love for doing a very good job, even though things sometimes get a little rough. Honors to all the people going out there who believe they're going through something terrible. They have love for Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, or Confucius. You should be doing really well. I want to give honors to every single thing Moorish, and want to give honors to where honors are due. Everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Okay, so we're going to go Quran out. Okay. We're going to dive into there. Maybe you might want to get the book of Revelation, get the Bible out. Blow that thing. Blow him off. Dust him off, right? Prophet said, don't throw your Bible away. At that time, we start whipping these things back out. You know what I'm saying? It's to make some connections, right? So we can see a few things clearly, to see what they are, not what they seem to be, right? Because Moorish Americans see things for what they are, not what they seem to be. Because there's a lot of seem to be out there. You could be looking at a person, it could seem to be a man. You could be looking at a woman, it could seem to be a woman until you investigate, really, really investigate through the anatomy, and you might be very surprised. So we today, in this particular world, as it falls away, the cares of this world, we need to be very, very careful that you don't get caught up in the hysteria. You don't get caught up in the hype, and you know exactly what's going on. All right, a lot of people are going to try to make this thing light. I'm not going to do that to you. I'm going to tell you exactly what's popping, because whether you want to admit to it or not, you know what's going on. We all do, but a lot of people want to shun what's going on. Okay, and a lot of people want to make it palatable for the palate, a little bit more ease into the thing. No, I say confront it, get in front of it, and understand what's really going on, right? So that you can get a hold of it, which really means your mind. Get a hold of your mind so that you don't slip into unconsciousness again. Believe in people who have no good intention for you just because you're in a time of crisis. In a time of crisis, in a time of crisis, this is that time where you're getting checked. You realize that? We're we are anyway. The angels, Allah, God, the universe, the great God. There's many other nationalities call them by different names. You know what I'm saying? But if you believe in the God of Abraham, you need to be you know what's popping. If you believe, you know what I'm saying, in your holy book that came for you under your vine and fig tree, then you should be well aware of what's going on. Are you believing in mammon, the laws of man? Are you believing in man? What you believing in? Now, we over here at the More Scientific America have a clear understanding of what man is. We also understand that man can take a fall, right? We need to stay with a surety on the path in which was already given to us as Moorish Americans and those people who love Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, and Confucius, right? The clear cut understanding of what's going on today. But maybe you're getting brainwashed and psychologically misled because your fear is taking hold of you and you're losing grip of Prophet Drew Ali and his prophecies. And you're starting to take hold of what the world's saying on CNN, Fox, ABC, or whatever out there. Fear mongering for the ignorant class. Those who do no study and those who just run and go get toilet paper because someone said something. So let's really look at this, you guys. Stop getting, let's not get caught up. Okay, let's really not get caught up. All right, so let's start. And I'm going to move into, I'm going to lay this premise, lay a little foundation for us. Much love for humanity, man. I was sitting back thinking, there are a lot of good people amongst a lot of devils. And good people sometimes have a tendency to bury their head in the sand when devilish things become even more paramount on the scene. This is not what you should do. You need to stand up, be a man, be a good woman, and face these particular moments with the surety that if you say you're a Christian and you love Jesus, then you sure should be feeling real good right now. Say you're a Buddhist or you're a Mohammedan and are a Muslim, a Muslim, right? Whatever term, being pretty much the same thing, then you should understand what's going on and you should have no fear. But if you're an atheist or maybe something like that, and You are one who has tendency to go to church or temple or mosque just on a Friday or on a Saturday or on a Sunday, or your synagogue on a Sunday, and then you leave those things behind Monday through, you know what I'm saying? Then maybe you are nervous right now because you really what you are is a I don't want to hurt no one's feelings. So I'm gonna say you do things halfway. You know what I mean? You think that you could, you know, that you go and say you believe in Jesus, but you lock yourself in your home. You said you believe in these things going on in the Bible, and oh, I love me some Jesus, and I love me some Muhammad, some Buddhist, some Confucius. And then when the thing comes on you, the very first person you go to is the TV. What's going on? Channel 2, channel 1, my phone. Um, um, uh, tell me something. I ain't seen that one person be like, well, Papa Drew Ali said, you know what I'm saying? Told you a while ago you need to store up your food. Papa Drew Ali said they're going to lock the food up and at the end of the gun, tell you where to go. Can you see that coming? Because the food supply chain stopped slowing down, trickling, maybe a couple of years, maybe. Mhm. No one likes to hear that. You just want it to go back to normal. Then I hear people, oh, we just want it to go back to normal. What you mean normal? What you mean it go back to normal around here? Ain't nothing going back to normal around here where you shoot my brother on the street for no good reason because he got a hue to his skin. Ain't nothing going back to normal around here where you taking my children and you eating them in some underground tunnel somewhere. Huh? Ain't nothing going back to normal when we got when we go up into these banks trying to get us loans and you turn us away at the end because of the color of my skin. It ain't nothing going back to normal around here. You out your mind, you think it's going back to normal around here. Oh, scary cowards. We going to war around here. Spiritual war. What you think this is, man? Revelations unfolding on you. Cowards, you know it is. You never in your life seen pandemics that hit the whole world. And let me tell you something. If you really believe in your psychology that a flu called a corona, because that's what a corona is, it's a flu, shut the whole world down, then you really stupid. The whole world shut down over a flu, over a bad cold, huh? And you don't think something else? It's you, huh? And the whole world shut down. And the world shut down. All the economies around the world. When you ever seen something like this? I ain't talking about what you read in no history books. I'm talking about you in your lifetime, right now, right in the here, and what's popping. Stop going over there. Tell me about what happened in 1414 or some other pandemic or whatever. I'm talking about the one up on you right now. When have you ever seen anything like this? No, but it's going to be okay though. How you? It's going to be okay for the righteous. I'm gonna tell you what Allah says. I'm gonna tell you what God says, man. God said that the righteous, the children of God, are gonna make it through. Go back to normal. You mean normal? Where's a bunch of pedophile, filthy, no good monsters running around the street? A bunch of brothers who care not about their own woman, huh? Leave their child to wherever out there. Or go back to normal, huh? Where the state takes black little children, just takes them. Go back to normal, huh? Oh, we just want to go back to normal. Nothing going back to normal. You better put your war face on. Man, you talking to the line of the tribe of Judah around here. We're not cowards. Ain't nothing but lions around here right now, protecting the sheep. And either you with in this time right now listen up, every last one of you nationalities. I care not who you think you are right now. You either come up under here, come up under your own vine and fig tree, get back to your own vine and fig tree, or it's going to be hell to play around here. Because that's what Allah said. I don't care what they telling you on TV. I'm telling you what's coming down from the angels, man. You better go read your books. Oh, you don't all of a sudden don't want to believe in your books, though. Oh, but it said the locusts, pandemics, wars, and earthquakes, and you didn't have every last one of them within a month. Within 2 months, you lock the world down, but you don't think it's popping. Tired of telling y'all this. It's the last time I'm going to go over this on a Friday. Anyway, let's go look at it so we can know we're good because we believe in Allah and our prophet. I care not what some dude on TV who's tied into some global network who want to annihilate half the planet is telling me. These people are eugenicists since the time of the prophet. The prophet said the Negro problem is being solved only as it can. And that's through the connection, and I'm paraphrasing a little here, to the Moorish divine national movement. So who is he talking to? Because he sure wasn't talking to the Negroes. They barely knew they had a problem. Who is he talking to? Tell the Negro problem is being solved. He's talking to the eugenicists. That's who he's talking to, the straight devils. They want to wipe you out back in. But you sure run into these same ones ready to take their vaccinations, ready to run up in their hospitals while they killing you, man. Well, when you gonna wake up? Only thing gonna kill you around here is what the Prophet Ali said is. That's right. We're gonna see who got faith. We're gonna really see who got faith. You believe in Mammon, or do you believe in Allah? You got your faith in what they're telling you on the boob tube, or you got your faith in Allah? You a Christian? You got your faith in that Bible? You got your faith in Jesus right now? What you got your faith in? You never really had in the beginning. It was just a front so that you can get your position out there. You never really had no faith. You just was moving with the herd. Just moving with the herd. Whatever the herd do, you do. Whatever the herd think it's like, it's good, it's what you do. You don't go do no research. So open our Quran, Allah, and we send someone to give us the truth. So we don't have to guess around here what's going on. Look at our divine. Yeah. Let me yeah. There we go. Look at the divine prophet, right? I want you to look at that picture for a moment. Now get your go get your Bible. I got their Bible out yet? Praise Allah. Let's go to Revelations. So in our Holy Quran, or the Moorish Temple of America, we're going to open up to page 1. And we're going to look at this divine prophet and then relate this to Revelations. But if you want to read your Revelations, you can go to the end of time fulfilling of the prophecies. If you want to overall see Revelations, then let's start on page 1. All right. So if you have your Quran, please your Bible, the people of the book, please turn to Revelations chapter 1. And let's look at this. So Revelations 1:3 will prove to you that Jesus was a prophet. Okay. Let me see if I have it. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, number three says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. If Jesus is prophesied, okay, let's go to 2, who bear record of the word of God, and the testimony of Jesus should be the Christ, and all things that he saw. In other words, he's gotten the testimony or the prophecy. The next verse even says prophecy there. So if it's a prophecy coming from Jesus, it makes him a prophet. Islam? Can I get a 1 in the chat room? Praise, let's go on. I'm trying to get to the point where I'm going to get to for you. And my phone just did not want to stop good. Roll on and on and on. On. L. See, and I turned to see that he spoke and turned up into the 7 candlesticks unto this. Okay, now let's move down to number 13. This is where I want you to start to get a little understanding what's going on and relate these times. Let's unfold this. In other words, let's get this unfolded. All right. So number 13 says, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like, and we will get what that 7 candlesticks is. You have that in your Quran questionnaire. All you got to do is continue to read further, and you'll see the 7 candlesticks, the 7 eyes. So anyway, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to his foot, and a girth about the pappus with a golden girdle. Okay, now let's break that down. All right, let's just break that down real quick. All right, so I was reading it too, so excuse my. Anyway, so he had a clothed with a garment down to the foot, a robe reaching down to the feet or to the ankles. I'm giving you the meaning of what that verse is right now, right? Yet, so as to leave the feet themselves visible. This is very important. This is to say, it is a long, loose flowing robe, such as worn. The reason why the prophet did that is because it's not only is it in Revelations and it explains, but the garment itself that he has on has a specific representation and specific meaning. All right. And so what the robe means that when we wear this particular robe or the garbs that go down to the feet, right? These particular robes, as he has on a robe, are worn by kings. Okay. You can get this comparison in Isaiah 6:1. All right. I'm not going to go there. You can do that on your own. Right. And also it means a long robe reaching to the feet was an oriental mark of dignity. So important to know that Oriental means Asiatic, and that's what they used to call us, Orientals. And when you go bring up all the paintings of the Orientals, you're going to see nothing but Moors, you know what I'm saying, in royal garb, looking like me and you. All right. So just remember that, right? So when you're reading, you got to start, making your connections. And it's so important to understand signs and symbols that the prophet is showing you. He's not just taking a picture to say, like we do today, ooh, click, click. You know what I'm saying? Let me throw this up on Snapchat or on whatever, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man, this is a hieroglyphic. This is something you need to study and understand exactly what is he trying to express here. Is he just trying to look cool? Are you listening to other people, trying to interpret your book from their point of view, like a Shriner or someone like that, trying to interpret a divine angel? Are you tuned in to your lessons and then interpreting and getting the interpretation through meditation from Allah to understand exactly what you're looking at and to know who it is that you are witnessing and who came back for you. Because people are trivializing the Prophet Jew Ali out there, not putting him in front, but they put everybody else in front. I've been telling y'all this for years. Okay. So a loose fitting robe or a garb, as we call it, right? There's a meaning behind this. And the meaning is when it reaches down and it does not cover the feet, in Oriental tradition or Asiatic tradition, it's a mark of high dignity. You can see that another one in Revelation 7. So let's go read that. It said, behold, he cometh with clouds. Oh, we're going to get there in a moment. He come in clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. We're almost there. We are almost at that time. All right. So anyway, we're dealing with this one here. All right. So it says it also, you can see Ezekiel 9:2, Ezekiel 9:11 denote the mark of dignity of a high-ranking official with these particular garbs on. All right. So it also denotes a high-ranking office, such as a Parthian king or of a Jewish high priest. Okay. So yeah, of a Jewish high priest who wore purple, also wore purple. Now the girth or the belt, right? Some people call it the sash around, right? What the prophet wears, right? This is extremely important to understand because it has multiple meanings here, right? So the girth that the prophet has on also represents a high dignity, right? It usually, excuse me, let me go back up a little bit. Okay, so the girth was another mark of lofty position, usually reserved for the highest priests. Through also frequently appeared in Iranian deities as the high girth, meaning the deities of Iranian way back in their day, which were the you're looking at then the Canaanites or the Hittites, right, wore these particular type of clothing, and it meant extremely high position, kingly, and all these particular things. Right. So when he says he's wearing these particular things, it also means, right, the golden girdle or the golden girth, right? It means one who is high up, guarded, swift moving, as powerful in sovereignty as an absolute sovereign in the world. The golden girth was a part of an insignia of royalty, right? Also, there was another one, the golden girth that the Christ wore, which was known as the multicolored or the colored girth. Okay, it meant the majesty of Christ. So when you're looking at the prophet sitting on the throne, right, that beautiful picture, he's sitting on the throne. Okay, where do I have that picture? And I do have it somewhere. I just don't. Should have brought it. I can show it to you. That would have been wonderful. But let's look at this one. All right, so this is also a girth, right? But then there's the one when he has the turban on with the sunburst ornament, right? And he's sitting on the throne, right? Now, if you notice that, it's laced in gold and purple. If you have the color one, look at it. It's laced in gold and purple. And he has on gold pants. Okay, he has on a gold, what we know as the gold guard also that reaches down to below his knees. Okay, so these particular signs and symbols were there for a reason for us to see. Just like him sitting on his birthday, January 8th, 1928, when he took the picture with him and the secretary, the assistant. Do you can you pinpoint that in Revelations? Because that was one of the most powerful pictures that there was. I mean, that there is, along with the other ones, of course, but that one spoke a lot because it was directly a hieroglyphic to let you know that the seventh angel stepped on the scene as the one spoken, though, like the thief in the night. All right. And as we go on, I hope I don't lose too much time. Gosh, it's already 8. But, and if I can finish this, I can really, show you a few things here. Let me try to finish it. All right, so about the girth are about the pappus. Now, there's another part here. I think it's somewhere in here. Let me see if I can find it. It says that he wore a girt about the pappus. Give me 1 second. Nope, that's the scroll. All right. Oh wow. I thought I had it marked for you guys. All right. So there's another part in here where it's speaking about the garment of the girth. Oh, there it is, number 13. It says, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with the garment down to the foot, and the girt about the pappus. All right, with a golden girdle. Now, the girt about the pappus, you know what I'm saying? Do you understand what that means? The pappus is the breast. Do you know that? So the girt can be one worn around the waist and one, as they called it back in the times of the hereafter back then. Right. So when he's speaking about Revelations, and you see him with, you know, right? Golly, I can't believe I don't have that picture, man. Sunday, I have it. I just don't show you. Like, had that. Praise Allah. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I mean. Those who have that picture. Maybe it's not meant for me to show the world that, maybe they're not ready. We're going to get them ready. All right. So when it's speaking about number 113, the girt about the pappus, we're speaking about Sash, the prophet number 12, Libor, or the girt, right, that went down and had Allah, the 7, the skull, and the MA, the Islam, the you also had the elephant, which is the protectors of Moors, okay, and a few other things on that particular girt, that royal girt, as it's spoken about in Revelations. Why royal? Why royal girt? Okay, well, let's go to our memory, right? Since I can't really share things on the screen, you have to go to memory, right? If you have the student manual, you can go look it up. If you have the law governs all events manual, also you can look it up. Where the prophet makes a statement at the first annual convention of the Moorish Science Temple of America, he comes out with the very garb I'm speaking on, right? And he says, "Look what I have on. This was just handed to me by the government, and it represents the royal prince. And this is spoken about in the Quran too." About he has been mantled. But anyway, that's the girt. And he had it on and he was showing people, right? And that was such a major event of Revelations, but most missed it because they didn't yet know that they were living in Revelations or the end of the time, fulfilling of the prophecies. Most people are reading the Bible thinking the 1,000 years of the devil being bound is to come when that's already happened. We're in the time of judgment now. That's why the prophet said judgment is now on. See, there's a study known as millenarianism. Okay, so millenarianism is a belief of the 1,000 year, right, in the Quran or the Bible, where Satan was to be bound, right? Well, it's an understanding. Let me give it to you. It says millenarianism, or there's another word for it, hard to pronounce. I wrote it somewhere. Anyway, it says it means equivalent, is a belief advanced by some religious denominations that a golden age or paradise will occur on the earth prior to the final judgment and future eternal state of the world to come. All right. And this is found in Revelations. All right. Now, if you really understand that, right, the millenarian time, right, you understand that they're correct. And most people miss it because they don't factor in the resets of the things that happen. And they're just not doing their study. Right. So in this understanding, they're saying, right, that there was a golden age, okay, for that particular time. And then there will be a judgment time, and then this new state, new world, this perfected world, right, shall come about. Well, when we get in the prophet Noah Joali that tells us that we're in the end of time, in the fulfilling of the prophecies, and he tells us that judgment is now on, so says Allah to I, his divine prophet Noah Joali. When you're reading the warnings at every single meeting or at the end, or at least sometimes within those meetings, you understand a little bit more of where you're at and who you're dealing with. And therefore, if you continue to read, and he goes on to speak about the elect, those who've been made priests and kings because of what he's done. This is you. Most people, most people will tell you different, but do they have the little book? How could everything be lining up in the world if it's not so? How could all if someone well someone's it's those coincidences about plagues and locusts are kind of relating, and if it is and someone's mysteriously doing that, then they're playing by the book, and so it is coming about no matter what you think. So if things are moving by the book, only a zombie can't see this because they're so stuck on zombified whatever, right? They're just zombie and they don't really want to pay attention because they don't know what to do. That's not good. Not good at all. Anyway, we'll have to go there. So let me go on a little bit more. So I'm going to get you finalize this because we're getting a little on. All right. So the golden girdle or the this particular girdle, the multicolored girdle, like I said before, was a special girdle representing a Christ. So you see the multicolored girdle one around the Prophet Ali's waist, right? That represented a high state, literally Christ. Now, why didn't anybody else wear that? Well, he could have just read something about the thing and came and did that and put that on. That's just a coincidence that he has it like that. And he has a book called Circle Seven, and it's the seals. And just a coincidence. Well, it's a sure convincing coincidence. Just all of a sudden, huh? Everything he did matches Revelations, huh? And that thing was written 2,000 years ago. And here it is, in this day and this time, everything in Revelations is popping. That book was written 2,000 years ago, but you don't believe that there's a God. Hmm. Something's wrong. Hmm. Well, what do you believe? You just believe the conspiracy. They made a virus and put it out, and now they're coming to get us. Okay, well, I mean, if that's your conspiracy and then that's what you makes you feel better, I'm rolling with the problem. He told me this is about the pop. He told me this when he was 100 plus years ago. And here it is all unfolding on us. Most people are not paying attention because they don't want to reach the reality that they are living in Revelations and know it's not going back to the way it was. Let me be the one to be the bad guy right now. It's not going back to the way it was. If anything, you'll be on lockdown every few months, and then you'll be let out to go to work with a special pass on your phone. No, it's not going to go back to the way it was. Do you really want it to? Do you? Be honest. Some people, yeah, I do, because I'm a little nervous about the future because we talking some heavy stuff here. Well, there's some heavy stuff been going down on the planet. Just shoot a little brother because he got a hoodie on. Just shoot him because he got a hoodie on. What about that? Oh, let's go back to that. Just shoot him because he got a hoodie on. Let's go back to that. So all the black Twitters can have something to say. They just shot that brother. And that's all they do is a thumb puncher. That's all I can do today is thumb puncher. Thumb look like a big old buff. Look like somebody's forearm or something. They be texting so dang much. So we can go back. Let's go forward. All right, so let's go look at the Lamb. Revelations 5. No, wait a minute. Okay, let's end the garment part, and then let's go to Revelations 5. It says the raiment or the garment here assumed was not that of a priest, but of a king. So when we're looking at Jesus in the vision of John, and when he's seeing him, he actually had the appearance of one who was a king, a royal prince. King means to have a kingdom. Assigned to blah, blah, America, nation state. Don't believe it yet, huh? Because you ain't seen the gold trickle out, come flying out our hands or something yet. Well, that's for the believers, the ones who make it through. See, right now, you turned your back. You're being at the last stage of your test. And this is the test to see who you really believe in. Some of y'all gonna turn your stuff in for a morsel of bread because you didn't listen. You're gonna turn that nationality card in. You're gonna turn that passport in right on away, and you're gonna go right over there because your stomach is gonna out reason your conditioning. And some of y'all are gonna go take that little flu shot, and I've been telling you for months that you got the number one guy who's an admitted eugenicist and his entire family who's now making a flu shot when you can't, and it's called a corona. Everybody, that means the common cold. You can't eat. You can't make a vaccination for the common cold because it mutates. You got to get the mutation exactly. So how can you do that when the common cold or coronas are everywhere? That means they got you is what it means. That means you're gonna fall for this trick, Jack. That means they got your mind and you're going to fall for it because you don't do no study and you don't believe in anything. You believe in that vaccination. You believe in that doctor, but you don't even go read the stuff that the doctor's putting in your skin. But you just have you got all the belief in the world with them. But when it comes to us, when it comes to the prophet, and it comes to his oilty and his compound, you sure don't have that much belief. You don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. I don't care. No, you don't. Let somebody sneeze around you. First thing you're gonna be doing, oh, Lord. You're like, man, okay, as long as you covered that, bro. Your mind's playing tricks on you because you don't have control of it. So they're gonna control your mind right now. All those people who ran for those, the sister Sam told me, all those people who ran, I think it was her, she told me something. Anyway, all those people who ran for those toilet papers, do you know that they have you on tape and tracking the zombies and seeing how you act just like they do to people in the 92 riots? Y'all don't see the sophisticated part of this 5D and 4D chess being played on you because you don't believe in anything. You surely don't believe in the prophet who came and warned you. There should be no fear for a Moorish American. There should be a little uncomfortability because a few of us are going and getting certain things done, and we got to wait on some red tape. And certain people are at home and they got to deal with all their issues that they put on the back burner with their woman, with their children, and with their things that they're thinking. I thought that I just do not like him and the way he does that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I just do not like her and the way she does it. I ain't doing nothing right now because I just got to go to work. You're not at work. Get it all out. You know what I'm saying? This is the time to confront the family. This is the time to bring the family back together and then tell your son that you love him because you ain't told him you love him I don't know how long. It's a time for you to tell your daughter that you love her. It's a time for the pops and the Moorish Americans and real people of family of God, you know what I'm saying, no matter what nationality you are, to get a good understanding and heal all those childhood traumas that you done committed on one another. You don't see it. You don't see the mercy time because a little mercy time. Mm. Some people are going to fall for it because these devils have tricks. They can do mighty things. They can make blood spurt out of people's face. And some of y'all going to be running for cover. Oh, God, blood spurting out of people's face. And they got maggots hanging out of them. They can't die. Zombies. And yeah, maybe. Prophet says some people going to be wanting to die and they can't die. They're going to have skippers hanging out of them. Skippers a maggot. So let me just keep on pumping this so we can clear away this fear and get ahead of it and know exactly who we're dealing with so that we know we're good and on the righteous side. And guess what? Death is no enemy to man anyway. So you might as well stick your chest out, do you some good push-ups, get that, get up under that bar, get it to where you can at least put 250 off that chest, right? Because you may have to push somebody off of you 250 pounds. You never know. But you're sitting around hoping someone else is going to take care of it. And you're the only person that can take care of your soul. And your soul is your mind and how other people have mentally enslaved you to get you so paranoid that you watching everybody else's stuff other than your own divine teachings under your own divine victory. Once again, as we end this, never seen anything like this hit the world. And you believe a corona shut the world down? A common cold, huh? They shut whole economies down for a common cold. You believe that? You know, if I was the angel Gabriel or Uriel being my favorite angel, one of my favorites, all of them my favorite, but I like Mick. Anyway, if I was Uriel come back or Michael or Gabriel, you think I'd roll down being Michael the Archangel and roll up to Trump's the White House and be like, oh, Mr. President, could you just knock it off, please? You think I go to Ming Chang Wu? Excuse me if I mispronounce your name. I truly got mad love for the president. All presidents around the world who do what they're supposed to do under their own mind victory, right? But the president of China, you think he's going to go to Mr. President of China? You stop doing what you're going to do, or would they shut the world down? You really think a coronavirus shut the world down? They stopped entire industries, CEOs leaving their companies in droves. You really think that? Okay. So number 5, then I saw the scroll of the Lamb. So let's look at this. Then I saw in the right hand of him who sat on the throne, scroll with writing on both sides. And sealed with 7 seals. You know, and now you don't understand the 7th seal, too. We'll go there. All right. And I saw a mighty angel proclaiming in a loud voice, who is worthy to break the seal and open the scroll? But no one in heaven or on earth or under the earth, hollow earth, even look inside it. I wept and wept because no one was found who was worthy to open the scroll or look inside. Then one of the elders said to me, do not weep. See the lion of the tribe of Judah. Bro, I love that book. I just love nice. I love this stuff, man. I don't know what to tell y'all. I live for this. I may not live for anything else. I live for this. Praise Allah. Okay. So number 27 in your Quran questionnaires, could you please give in line a brief genealogy through which Jesus came? And you will see the tribe of Judah, the line of David, all right there. It says, so the line of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, has triumphed. He is able to open the scroll and its 7 seals. All right, so if all this is a big coincidence, then my goodness. So when you go read the other parts, it even speaks about he's got 1 foot in the sea and 1 on land. Can't get all to it, everything right now, but y'all dealing with something. But a lot of people are misbelievers. They only believe it at the end of the sword. They don't believe it when the warning comes to them because they don't respect the people who are warning them. Because the majority of the time, they don't respect themselves. They don't like the person who's looking in the mirror at them. And they have an issue, so they're going to find an issue with you no matter what because you pretty much almost look like them. So they really going to probably find an issue with you. See, this is what happens when you lack the knowledge of self or you lack love. You know, when people come to you telling you divine things, is when the majority of the time those things are shunned because they don't come to you wearing the garbs of millionaires. Because you've been spellbound by the millionaire, so you believe the millionaire got the answer because he got money. But the millionaire is a filthy, rotten child molester who could have been eating children in the basements, but you're still going to believe him though because he's got $1 million. And this is your problem. Why your problem? The majority of you ones are going to get damned to hell. Yeah. So then one of the elders said to me, do not weep. See the lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David has triumphed. Oh, so beautiful. So beautiful. All right. So in this millenarian, no, I'm not going to get into there. Maybe Sunday we'll get deeper into this whole millenarian part. And I can really show you that, the 1,000 years of peace before the end time of judgment is what was before the mud flood, for those that understand what I'm talking about right now. We have been living in the judgment time. Reference, prophet's warning, judgment is now on. So says Allah to I is divine prophet, number two. Okay. So, like I said before, in the millenarian understanding is that, here, I'll just read this last part to you. So, millenarianism, which it's not, I'm not trying to give you, it's not a religion. I'm not trying to change anything. We study Islamism, giving you an understanding of what these terms mean in the Quran and in your Bible and in the end of time fulfilling of the prophecy and what we're dealing with. So please don't misunderstand me when I say millenarianism. It's still 100% Islamism. Islam. All right. And millenarianism is not a religion, really. It's just an understanding of trying to conceive what Revelations is about. All right, so millenarianism offers a version of the fundamental um, eschatological. Oh God, I think I just butchered that. Anyway, let's read it. Ex, yeah, eschatological. I believe that's how that's pronounced. All right, and eschatological belief that at the end of time, right? At the end of time, look at that, and the filling of the prophecies. But at the end of time, God will judge the living and the resurrected dead. So there's a belief in the understanding of Revelations, looking at it from a millenarian point of view, right? Are the fundamentals of this is that God will judge the living and resurrect the dead. This belief in the ultimate divine justice provides a rational for theoretically and a reconciliation of God's goodness with the extent of the evil in the world. It provides solace for the suffering of countless generations of believers, Jews, Christians, Muslims, and Buddhists all believe in the millenarian understanding. It is primarily a concern with the earthly nature of the coming new world. So, in other words, the millenarians say that there is a time of a golden age, and then there's going to be this judgment, right? And then there's this new, beautiful, forever thing to come, right? And yeah, so when we're looking at things, right, it's not like it's something new. It's actually fulfilling the prophecies are fulfilling, right? Why, were things held back? Well, they were held back because they were held back. Man, don't know everything, but it was probably held back because you can go read in, if you believe in your Bible, go read in Exodus, go read Isaiah. It says that those books will be held back until the specific time. And then if you read your Quran, it says that these secrets were held back for ages. So how long is an age? 2,100 years. You know what I'm saying? So you got to realize, how many times do you reincarnate in age? You reincarnate 3 times, right? So what does that have to do with anything? Well, you've reincarnated from the last hereafter time of Jesus 2,000 years ago, and here you are in the end time, right? Going through a particular judgment because a few of us have went and turned our back and chased after the gods of Europe when we knew nothing of. And now we're at the end of that, and we've come back into ourselves. And so all things do have to change. It's going to be a little scary because new things are scary to people. You know what I'm saying? But when they do change and the mind gets to understanding what's going on, it starts to ease. It starts to ease, and you start to really understand, right? Because it's time that the children of God get back the position. That's exactly what's going on. Okay. Whether they tell you whatever, that's what's happening, right? Once again, who do you believe in, right? Because it's unfolding in front of you and it's happening unfolding, right? So, um, so anyway, let's look at this last part. So the prophet says judgment is now on, so says Allah. Why? Because the children, like I said, chased after the gods of Europe, thus the great chastisement had to come. So there was a golden age. Now I showed you that what of all of our technology with the onion domes and the atmospheric technology of the 1700s that we had. You know what I'm saying? The pyramids and everything. When they want to tell you that people were living in skins and huts. No, it wasn't. It looked something like this, and they just want to fool you, so they can take position, right? And got you thinking some way out stuff because of TV. You think a monster got tentacles coming out of it. Dude, there's no such thing, man. The monsters are the people. These monsters people. Come on now. And we got to grow up and stop thinking like little SpongeBob children around here, man. This ain't SpongeBob time. You know what I'm saying? Grow some, bruh. And stand up, right? And start understanding exactly what's going on so that you can take your position. So when things do get a little bit more, really, when it's time for you to be on really sharp, you're not tumbling and trembling. You just clock, lock and loaded with the rest of the hard hitting Moors. You know what I'm saying? Ready to defend their family, their people, and everything else that come along. Right? If it comes to that. Now, honestly, if you really read carefully, and if you're doing the right thing, and a part of that, ones who have done the right thing, then, bro, you ain't got to pick up nothing. All you got to do is continue to do the right thing. Now, what's the right thing? Well, the prophet says all the good Moors. So, what is the definition of a good Moor to the prophet then? Obviously, got to be to do everything he says you must do. And for him to come back at the time he said to tell you that he's got zeppelins, he's got apparatuses to come and take the good Moors up in the end time. Well, he was talking about UFOs and zeppelins and apparatus. I've been showing you all that in my last little videos. But anyway, right? It's not a joke, man. It's not a joke. Because the one-eyed dragon calling tell-eye vision to tell you lies visually is telling you one thing, and your holy books is telling you something different. Who do you believe in, man? Praise Allah. We'll find out. I'm not saying don't take fundamental precautions to be clean. Cleanliness is next to godliness. Prophet Drew Ali say at the covenant, keep your body what? Clean with water, on your mind pure with love, so that your vibrations up. That's what you're worried about right now. That's what they're not telling you. Tell you everything else, but what you really got to worry about is picking your vibration up so that you don't implode when the other signals get kicking out and while everybody else is catching fire. You kind of good, and so learn to love. Love is the highest vibration that there is on the planet. So I keep telling you, man, learn to love, man. There's nothing wrong with loving. Wrong with telling people that, I love you, man. You're a good dude. He's a good man. I've been looking, cool, nothing weirdo stuff. Just, bro, man. You know what I'm saying? You look out. Nothing wrong with that, man. Stop being so hateful, you know. And it is that time, man, to dig down deep within your own psyche and let go of all of the negative uh, feelings that you may have for others. And sometimes people may flash out, right, and spit out, but they don't mean it like they meant to cause you any harm, especially if you know them. You know what I mean? So don't think because people may be going through something you don't know about and they happen to flash on you that they're hate. But it's time to heal those old wounds though, because you won't have that much time to heal it when things get ugly, because you're going to be worried about the ugliness. Right? So this is that time to embrace the time of mercy for the family. All right. So anyway, all right, we'll get into this other stuff on Sunday. All right. So I hope I said something to encourage you. Hope I said something to keep you on the path. And if I have offended anyone, it was not my intention. Okay. My intention is always to bring love, truth, peace, freedom. Sometimes, you got to come with a sword. Sometimes that sword's on fire because we're in a time. And, you know, when someone can come, brothers and sisters, fundamentally lock you down in your home, you're in prison. And I don't care what you think. Okay? Listen to me. If someone can come and lock you in your home and tell you can't come out, you're in prison. All right? And you know that. Not being so scared, thinking that this is anything other than locking you. Man, bruh, they got the world on lockdown. Are you a part of their jurisdiction? Because you're gonna be on lockdown right with them if you are. But if you've done the things that Prophet Noble Drew Ali told you to do, then you are within your own jurisdiction. According to personal one, you're in the jurisdiction that was formed for you this time to protect you. And that means you have the tools of that protection. And those tools are the Quran, the Constitution, and the Quran questionnaire for Moorish Americans. If you are seeking any other tools other than what comes with those things from your temple, right, then you're misled. Proclaim, which obviously means you have to have a record of your proclamation. If they're not giving you a record of your proclamation, then how good is your proclamation? That means if they're not giving you a record, that means they haven't kept a record. Then what was the whole thing for? See? See how simple it is when you look at it from a simple point of view? You're asking me to proclaim, but you're not keeping a record of my proclamation. So why did I do it? So anyway, you proclaim, you get proclamation document. From there, you're supposed to go do the things the prophet told you that you must do on all levels and all things. People are not teaching you. do those particular things. And, they could be telling you go to the court and do a name change. I mean, we didn't put that out there with 3 or 4 years ago by now, so that it caught up. But it's not just a name change because the prophet never told you to go get a name change. So if they're telling you to do a name change, once again, they've misled you. Prophet didn't tell you to do a name change. You're making use of documents to do the thing you're supposed to do because you can utilize legal documents, but you're supposed to proclaim. So please proclaim and save yourself. Okay? Proclaim the correct way. All right. So anyway, praise Allah and honor to the Holy Prophet of Ali. And can't take any questions at this time because unless someone wants to throw something in the chat. And let me get some love, though. These wonderful, beautiful people. Praise Allah. Neon Hamlin, Islam Ismo. Janet Barksdale, praise Allah, the White Bay family. J. Richard L. Islam, Islam no going back. That's how it was. No going back how it was. Praise Allah. B. Rob, praise Allah. Oh, the Braxton Bay family, praise Allah. Mustafa Braxton Bay, praise Allah, Bo. Allah. Who else is this? Islamism. Y'all hold on. Let me get everybody here. Moonlight Nations. That Nations L. Praise Allah for the Moonlight Nations. Manuel Rios L. Is that Manuel? Brother Rios L. Farmo. Who is this here? Sister A. Bro Nazel L. Praise Allah. What's going on, sis? Brother Hartford. Hey, what's going on, Islam Sheik. I'm an L. Jones Bay. Islam, how you doing? Who is this here? Brother Hood Bay. Islam, Mr. A. Hood Bay. Head official. Islam of the temple. Praise Allah. Who else is here? Howard L. Oh, praise Allah to the family. Howard L. family. Islam, Brother Howard L. Praise Allah for you, Mo. So hope I got everybody. And those who I didn't get, praise Allah. I didn't miss you. Let me, who else is here? Dennis Def Ali, praise Allah. Message held back for review. Did you say something? Say something crazy, Brother Dennis Def Ali? Because it's held back for review. But it's okay. You ain't always got to agree. You know what I mean? So anyway, though, praise Allah and honor to the Holy Prophet of Ali once again. The Prophet of Ali was the savior of humanity. So let us always remember that part too. You have the answer and a solution. They're going to have to one day come and nationalize. You know what I'm saying? And don't have too much hate. They're your fellow man also. Okay, especially like we said before, if a European loves Jesus, wants to come in and get some Christianity and under this national and divine movement, who are you to say no? The prophet didn't say no. It's showing me where he said no. Of course, they can't be Moorish Americans. They have their own nationality. You better go read what the prophet said. Okay, you better go read that. So if my Asian brother comes up in here, somebody wants to proclaim his nationality, he got that. Right? As long as he's living up under the divine laws that came up under his divine fig tree, and he got that. Some of y'all too prejudiced out there, man. So much hate, it's pathetic. Okay? We love around here. All right, but we're not cowards. Praise Allah. All right. Oh, Carmen with Nations. Islam, Sister Carmen. And Nations, Islam, sis. Well, how are you? Okay. Praise Allah. I'm so glad to know you back. Praise Allah. Well, you ain't really never went nowhere, but I haven't heard from you for a while. So I'm really glad to see you, though. I mean, to know that you're there. I've been a little worried about you down there. So I hope it's all good where everyone's at. And just please give me a ring. I'm not a very good person on the phone to call people back sometimes. You guys got to kind of forgive me on that. So it's not that I'm trying to ignore anybody. It's just sometimes, I don't know what I do. I call, but it's like, so much on my plate right now. I'm just trying to get it all together. Sometimes I may snap here and there. And please, I love each and every one of the Moors, and just know that I'm not taking it offense. And but sometimes, I'm still a man and I have a lot of growth too, and I'm not perfect yet. striving for perfected man. All right. So mistake here and there. Hold your brother up because I'm gonna hold you up. Islam. And we're gonna do really good. So there's so much good stuff. So Sunday, everybody, please tune in. Still some good stuff going on. And our opportunities within our jurisdiction, we don't have to worry. I'm going to show you the laws. We don't have to worry about so much. A lot of stuff they're forcing inoculations in Texas right now. The sister, I love you too. Love y'all more too. Oh, my bad, Moss. That was what is it? Love y'all too, though. Yeah. So watch it. Do not give into that, but be cautious. Things are coming back. It's taking a little red tape because of what's going on. And everyone will receive their particular things they need. So, they know we're here, you guys. They really do. Should I tell this on YouTube? So, okay, I'll give it to you like this. So those who were at the meeting we had in Long Beach with the special with that special people who came out to see us on the symposium, right? Remember that? Well, they called. That's what they called for. They called Brother Adams L., the assistant grand governor, right? They called him, and guess what they said? Just call and see if your community is okay, and do you guys need anything? I said, what? It's called out the blue to see how we're doing. Yeah, I'm up. I'm like, wow. So who gets that? Did they call TD Jakes to see how you doing? All right, we ain't TD Jakes. Not like in comparison. But anyway, but praise Allah, people know who we are and what we've done, and they're calling to make sure that we're good. Now, we'll show the proof of all that on Sunday. So tune in Sunday and a few other things on the line. And also, it's going to be a new number. All right, it's going to be a new number. So it's all good, everyone, and have no fear, okay? Because you are the true citizen and the true national, and things are being cleaned up because you stepped up, and we're in that time. So once again, I send you love, and I send you truth, and I send you peace, freedom, and justice, and I most definitely send you love and stability and the raising of your vibrations. Send some to me because sometimes I be going through some stuff too. I need a little people to pray for me, man. Please, y'all, put a special prayer in for the governor. So anyway, it's all good. Let's see. Let me read the law. We can close out. All right. All right. Praise Allah. Please listen up. Salvation, Allah, unity, the Moorish Science Temple of America, the divine constitution and bylaws. Act 1. The Grand Sheikh and the chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America is in power to make law and enforce laws with the assistance of the Prophet and the grand body of the Moorish Science Temple of America. The assistant Grand Sheikh is to assist the Grand Sheikh in all affairs if he lives according to love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and it is known before the members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Act 2. All meetings are to be open and closed promptly according to the Circle 7 in love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Friday is our holy day of rest because on a Friday the first man was formed in flesh, and on a Friday the first man departed out of flesh and ascended unto his Father God Allah. But that calls Friday is the holy day for all Muslims all over the world. Act 3. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be proclaimed and practiced by all members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. No members to put in danger, accuse falsely his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister because Allah is love. Act 4. All members must preserve these holy and divine laws, and all members must obey the laws of the government because by being a Moorish American, you are part and parcel of the government and must live the life accordingly. Act 5. This organization of the Moorish Science Temple of America is not to cause any confusion or to overthrow the laws of the Constitution of this said government, but to obey hereby. Act 6. With us, all members must proclaim their nationality. And we are teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they may know that they are part and parcel of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, Black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era in time now, and all men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government in which they live and the nations of the earth. This is the reason why Allah, the great God of the universe, ordained Noble Jew Ali, the prophet, to redeem his people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites who inhabit the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. All members must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and parcel of all uplifting acts of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Members must pay their dues and keep in line with all necessities of the Moorish Science Temple of America, and you're entitled to the name of faith. Husband, you must support your wife and children. And wife, you must obey your husband, take after your children, and take care of your children and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and be industrious and become a part of uplifting upon humanity. All Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and their minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant is from our holy prophet, from your holy prophet, Noble Drew Ali, through the guidance of his father, God Allah. Noble Drew Ali, the founder of the Moorish Science of America, Chicago, Illinois, USA. Islamism. So let's raise our wings up real quick and pray out and kick it for a second. So please raise your wings and sit or stand in silent benediction while I close this out. Allah, bind our heart and mind back to our ancient forefathers' divine creed principles. This we ask in thy holy name in the 7 Elohim. Ameen. Islam. All right, John. Another day, another good Friday. Praise Allah. We here and we making it through. Things look kind of good. It's going to get ugly, but it's going to get real good for the children. I don't know what to tell everybody else. They've been fimbling and fumbling, you know, but not us. Some people have sacrificed their whole life to ensure that these times are going to be good, and that's just their mission. All it is, and praise Allah. So is everybody, how's everybody hold up? Everybody all right? Stuck up in that house? Stuck up on, are y'all okay out there? Hope y'all ain't going crazy up in there. Y'all gotta watch it now. People get cooped up, boy. Attitudes get to flying, old stuff get to popping up. You did whoop 3 years ago. I did what? 300 ago? Okay, let's talk about it. That's how you gotta be right now. Okay, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because you did whoopie wop wop just 2. Let's talk about 3. Let's talk about 2. You know, but praise Allah. We don't forgive and we don't forget. We will never forget, but we will forgive. Right? Islam, I'm still going to work. Mo said, I'm still going to work. That's right, Mo. I don't see why you not. Bills are still gonna come due. They want you to pay them bills. That's what they do want you to do. We'll see about that. We're gonna see about that. Praise Allah. Anyway, I'm going to I was gonna play a little bit more with Mark Scarby, but so I think that was pretty good right there. So I want to give a much shout out to all the love. Smash that like button, everyone. 15 people gonna smash that like button. You know what I mean? That helps it circulate. Praise Allah. So you guys go check out those little visions and stuff. And things are not up there just because. You'll be very surprised who have gotten hitbacks about that video. I mean, you would be very surprised who is talking about it. And I'm not going to speak on that on the open network here, but maybe Sunday. You know, people are peeping us out, y'all. We are like being, looked at. You won't believe how many people are at academic.u. I have literally been published around the world. I didn't even know that book would do that. At this time, I have been mentioned in 7 professor publications by name. They're mentioning me in my work to their students, and in who are getting their graduate's degree are referencing my work on academic.u. And it's pretty humbling. I didn't even consider that book and the things that I wrote would go around the world. At this time, I'm on every continent on the planet. I'm literally pretty much. It's amazing. I'm not getting paid for it or anything. I don't really get paid for that. Spreading the word of the prophet, But it makes me feel good because people are waking up and paying attention to nationality, you know? And a lot of people are hitting me up, but praise Allah. So we're going to move forward. And we're going to move forward with a purpose. Okay. Everyone keep their faith up. Faith means to know. Know that you are in the house of the seventh angel. That's beautiful. Okay. Just think how beautiful that you got the book spoken about 2,000 years ago. Let that sink on you for a moment. You know what I mean? Let that sink in your soul, man. It's wonderful to me. But anyway, so I said enough, and there's really no more to say. So other than I send you love. So everybody have a really good evening, and once again, uh, do the right thing. Tell somebody. Peace, y'all.